right, so June 5th, 2022, it's been almost a year since these been installed. And hive number, I call it number 2 over here, is gonna get a frame drained today. And here it is. You can see they've done a great job at filling out. Frame number 1's on the left here. It's almost completely capped. Open this up. These are working hard. It's capped, you just can't see it. Both sides, I checked it yesterday. And ready to harvest some honey. But only gonna do 1 frame. See how this goes. So the way this works is that little lip right there goes underneath of that and it pops that out. And there's a little bit of honey that's been in there. Take that out. You'll see a little bit of dripping out. And put this guy in. And that'll take all the honey out of that. But what I want to do is put this up in there so that any honey that comes out of there goes down into this. It's going to go down into that mason jar. Okay, so the tube is in place. It's going to flow down into here. I've got a 3-degree back angle on the hive, and it's almost 80 degrees out today, so it's going to go pretty well in terms of being fluid. So all I got to do now is just crack part of this with this key. So you do the front first. Just put a little bit in, and then you crack it, and that should start the honey flowing. It's going to be a 2-hand ordeal. So almost immediately, this honey starts to flow out. You can see in the tube that it's already coming out. Should start dripping in here in a second. There it goes. And there it is. It goes all the way down there and it's starting to fill up the bottom. I tell you what, that's it. I don't have to do anything else besides keep opening up the comb. So right now I have about 1/4 of the comb open, and that is flowing out, and that's what's coming out, that beautiful tube right there. And I should, hopefully, by the time this is said and done, have an entire quart. Look at that beautiful honey coming out of there. It's going down. The bees don't even really aren't paying attention to it, thank goodness. It's starting to fill up. You see some of the bees in there are like, what the heck just happened? And I'm only a short way in, but there's a lot of honey flowing out of that. Is that cool? There is so much honey in that tube that it's just globbing out. There, look at that. I've only been doing this for about 60, maybe 90 seconds. Wow. There's already 2 cups in there. Got a long way to go. I'm only not even 1/3 of the way in. Oh, good thing I brought 2 jars. Well, that's that. 14 minutes. That is 8, almost 9 cups of honey in 14 minutes came out of that thing. You can see there's just a little bit coming out of there right now. I drained the entire thing. And think of that, there are 7 of these. And I got 9 cups out of 1, and there are 7. And we do that twice a year. Amazing. So now I just have to put the hive back together again, which is easy enough. It goes back in, that thing sets. I got a few bees going, there's some honey here. This little cap goes back in to plug the hole. And then whatever's left over is going to drain down below, and the bees will clean that up. So I'm going to take this off. That little cap goes back in place, and you can see there's a little bit of honey right there. I just put that on there. So I'm gonna leave this open a little bit. Let's have one of the bees clean it up. And my goodness. There it is. That's a huge amount of honey out of one frame, and I didn't have to do much to clean it up. So that's it. I just take the shelf out, put it back in place. Whatever's left over in that tube, there's a drain down below, and the honeys will go down into the hive down below here, and the bees will clean that all up. Just like that one's trying to get in there and do a little bit of cleanup. And that was it. No bees were harmed in the making of this video. So this is amazing. This is all I have to clean. This is all the stuff that has sugar on it, or honey on it. Compared to when you do a full frame, you have to clean everything, trays and jars, and I mean, it's crazy all the stuff you have to clean. That is it. Put it in the dishwasher and I'm done. This is how you test the moisture of honey with a refractometer. You put a little dot right there on the glass and then look through the end and it'll tell you what the moisture content is. Okay, so you just take this little dollop and it goes right there on the little screeny thing, and this goes down. You can see it flatten itself out there, and I take it and you look through the little binder. That line right there says 19.5%, which is great. It's a little more than you have. I mean, less than 20% is great, and 18 is probably better, but it's thicker. The lower that number gets, the thicker it gets. So this stuff will flow much, much better. And so now it becomes making jars. And what a process here. That's what it's going to all end up looking like pretty soon. And that is going to be an old-fashioned in about 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get 6 more of those out of that one hive and 7 out of the next one, and that's going to happen twice.